Hey, beautiful nail friends, welcome to my channel. So I want to do some spring bunnies today. So for the base color, I am using LA Colors in Comet. And I did have to move my light once more just because I was not able to see on the last video enough. So I think hopefully I got it good now. Also, real quick, I was going to mention that other mini I did, um, the garden one with this plate. I've got another idea for it. So we're going to do something else with that one as well at another time. Um, Today we're going to be using this plate though, from Maniology M567. It's one of their new bunny plates. So I'm going to use Maniology Straight Up Black B171, and I'm going to get these three bunnies right here. And while I do this, I was just going to mention that I think it's so neat as I've gotten to know some of you. I can see similarities throughout our group here. Things that we have in common, things we've kind of all gone through. And I think even a lot of you would like make good friends together. But I thought it was so neat how we have such similarities throughout and how we all made it end up at the same place. It's like a crazy beautiful thing. When this plate first come out, I had actually debated getting it, but I don't really have bunny plates. I only have like I have a couple plates, but not a lot of bunny options. So I did go ahead, and I'm not gonna lie, that whole FOMO thing kind of got me because they were selling out of stuff. And I was like, gosh, if I want it, I'm gonna have to better get it. 'Kay. I don't like her pickup too much. Part of her ear is missing. Let me redo that one. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one. Also wanted to mention just through my talking throughout my videos. If there's anything, specific you'd like for me to share or talk about, I'm happy to do so. Just let me know. I know some of us have gone through similar things. I'm open about, mental health and that sort of thing. And I think that can affect or does affect a lot of us. Um, so yeah, I'm always open to talk about things if there's anything y'all ever want to talk about. Kind of like to think of myself as being more of like not just a like nail like doing nails, but like kind of like a nail vlogger, like to where I talk about things, but also do the nails for something like to watch. And somebody else was talking about like mentioning the in my get to know me at the park video I did. Maybe we can do more like that. Or like go s- I can go sit somewhere out there and kind of give you a better view and things like that. So if you're interested in anything like that, just let me know, please. Okay, now I'm going to go to the plate M569. It is their Lovebirds plate. I want to get the flowers here. I was like, oh, that's perfect for springtime. So as you can tell, we're going to have a lot of reverse stamping today. Also, just whenever you do any pickups, try to start right around your image first because it dries so fast that by the time you say if you started elsewhere, by the time you get to it, it's dry and it's harder to get off. Because the rest of it you can do, use something like tape or a lint roller or something to get the rest of it off. Okay, so I've cleaned off just this section right here because I want just that part for this other one. Okay, let's start with this little bunny here. So we're gonna give her some purple flowers in her hair. So Kenny Mayo 939. She's got, see them right there? So cute. And yeah, I have learned now to turn my head away when I go to open that bottle. If you missed it, I had opened my acetone top one time to pour it um, into my little dish here, and it went not a lot. And thankfully, I have my glasses on, so it didn't hit my actual eyes. But ever since then, yeah, not playing around with that no more. But yeah, that was the only time it's ever done that. But I was like, I'm gonna take that as a sign. Let's not do that no more. And this is one of the Dollar Tree polishes. Okay, now for her inner ear area, I'm gonna apply Moyo 934. Just want a little bit, so there's little contrast right there. Okay, and around the flowers, there's just a little bit of grass area, so I'm gonna use Maybelline Tropic Talks. And I may end up adding some to the nail itself, kind of like to where it looks like she's sitting on the ground, but I'll decide that in a minute. I'm just trying to look around the flower areas to see if I'm missing some, because I see little something like right here. Okay, for some of the flowers, I'm going to use Pure Ice and Showstopper. I know y'all, this one still just keeps on going, so we're going to use it till I can't get any more of it out. Put on this little flower here, and then this bigger one here. Okay, the other two flowers, I'm going to use Color Vibe and Embrace. I don't use this color too often. I don't know why I should. It's a pretty color. Also, I don't want to forget, I was thinking I might end up putting a matte coat on the nail, so I had to set it out here so I don't forget. So for her color tone, let's do Candy Moyo 951. So ladies that are probably like 40 and up, I have a question. So I've over the years I've heard all the time like ladies talking about their hips hurting or pulling their hips or whatever. And of course I didn't know much about it. I just thought, maybe if was something like stretching or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so for like the past couple of weeks, one hip of mine in particular is hurting and bothering me, and I'm like, it's hard. Like I'll get out of bed and it's like, yo, I'm hobbling. Like, what the world? I'm 43. I expected all these things to come, but good grief. Didn't know they'd come this soon. So I'm wondering, do any of you ladies know, is that like a part of perimenopause or Is that common for after you turn 40 or maybe I did pull something? I don't know. I don't like it though. I'm like, good grief, if I'm doing this now, I can only imagine in 10 years somebody be having to roll me around. Now, I used to walk a lot, and I'm gonna have to finish the story in a second. When we do the next bunny, I'll finish it because this one's completed, except for this spot right here I'm seeing. Okay, let's look at her. Aw, she's cute. Okay, so for this one, let's give her pink. So color vibe, pink case. And I'll do this for her little bow and probably her outfit. So yeah, I used to walk very regularly, and one thing come up, and that put me back. And then I'd try again, something else will come, and it just was become a vicious cycle to where I got to where every single time I tried to get back on it, something else happened and I wasn't able to do it. So I know I'm not where I should be with that. So that probably, I'm sure, doesn't help anything. And now I've gotten to the point, like, once you get out of it, it's hard to get back in it. So now I'm like, eh. But I know I need to. It's just good for you, physically and mentally. But I even thought about doing like walk and talk with me kind of videos. But of course, as you see, I have not done so. I don't even know if anybody would be interested in that. But I mean, it would be a way to get me to get myself going again, maybe. Because I enjoy talking to you guys, and it would be like I'm talking to y'all as I'm uh walking, and but still, because I'll feel like, oh no, I need to be on here doing this because I enjoy it so much. I don't want to, I don't want to go do anything else. Okay, same thing with her ears. I'm going to do that same color used for the other one. So for this one's flowers, I'm going to do one purple, same purple I used earlier. And I'm trying to figure out what is all this right here. I do not know what that is. It's not a flower. One of them looks like a little heart. And then I don't know what else. And the other flower I'm going to do in yellow. And I actually may just take that area off. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, so I did get some tape and do that. So her color is going to be Candy Mayo 938. Let me get a little bit more. I can already tell I'm going to need more than that. And I'm also keep looking to make sure how the lighting's going because like I mentioned earlier, changed it a little bit. Well, actually, in my other video, I mentioned I fiddled with it for like an hour because I have two different ones. So I have a ring light and then I have my regular light. So I can get one right and then the other one's not right, and it's just a whole thing. Okay, let's look at her. Aw, I like her. Okay, for him, I'm gonna do color vibe in whiteout. I don't think I'm gonna do the pink on his ear. It's only this one over there that's kind of showing, but since I'm gonna make him the boy, so I don't think he's gonna get it. Um, does anybody remember Miffy or Max and Ruby? My kids used to watch those. Those were cute little shows. This is what that made me think of. But he's got a fluffy tail. The other one, she's sitting, so her tail ain't showing. And then I was wondering if that's what I took off of this one, but I'm looking at the plate. Oh, goodness, sorry about that. And yeah, that doesn't look like a tail to me. I don't know what this is, but it looks like two little hearts. So I guess the girls don't got tails or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, too bad cartoons aren't like that anymore. Oh, I got over just a little bit right there. I'm gonna try to see if I can push it back. Sometimes I can, sometimes not. So I typically either will do it with my fingernail or my dotting tool. Let me use my nail. I know, it's my nails. I need to give them some love. I just put it off because I had these. I wanted to do these. But I am going to get to them. Okay, I'm looking at him. Okay, I had to pick him up and look at him because I could tell I missed a few spots. Okay, I'm gonna put some of that green on his flowers here. So if some of y'all haven't noticed, because I messaged uh back and forth with some of you at nighttime, so I'm assuming I must not be the only night owl. And I'll tell you what, that's honestly really nice because I've always had trouble sleeping at night. Um, I don't like it. But it just is what it is. So yeah, I don't sleep well at night. So I'm up a lot and I'm just on my phone, scrolling or whatever, and I'll see that some of you are sometimes on there, and I'm like, oh, we get to talk and whatever. So yeah, if you're ever up, send me a hi, and I'm pretty sure I'll be up with you. Okay, I'm gonna do one color of each flower. So we'll do a yellow, a pink, and a purple. When I was little, um, it must have had to have been, I assume, before school, before I ever went to school, or maybe it was summer, I don't know. But my dad would work graveyards. Yeah, it had to be before school started. And he'd come home and we would be up with him and he'd be listening to music and him, my mom and I, because was before my brother come along, we'd just be up dancing and having fun and listening to actually we'd listen to the Rolling Stones. I grew up with Rolling Stones, so I'm still fond of it because it's a good memory for me. So maybe that's why I have issues at nighttime. I'm like, I'm gonna blame it on them. Be like, that's why I can't sleep. But yeah, I've been that way as long as I can remember, to be honest. So yeah, going to school was real tough on me. That's cute. I like it. And they all have these little speckly things around them. This one looks like speckles. The girls look like it's like stars or something, little star things. I'm just gonna leave them. They don't bother me. That's also why I like older music, 'cause that's what I was used to, and now it just is comforting to me. Okay, definitely wanna keep the green for the flowers. Not the flowers, the leaves. Quite a bit of greenery in here. Okay, I haven't made me a new area because it was like sticking or something. But I've recently noticed this color's kind of not performing the way it used to. Also try to make sure I don't get into the actual flowers. And I realize some don't, like to watch every single step, and I totally get that. But I also know that some do. Um, I don't know if you're like me, this is kind of some of our for me it is my TV. So when I'm watching videos, there's times that I just like to watch all the little things because it's, entertaining to me. I enjoy it or whatever. So trying to find that middle ground to where it's not way too long, but it's also gives, something for others that want to watch it, something to watch. Because this used to be, and I say used to be, I mean, it still is when I watch. It's like a comfort thing and a escape and that sort of thing. And we could all use some of that. Okay, so I'll finish the little bits that's left and be back. Okay, and also just so you know, I'm swapping to this one too because they're the same image, just only have this one's only half of this one. So I'll just go amongst since it's the same one, so you don't got to watch all of it. So I think for the little white or inner areas, circles, I'm gonna go to white out. So yeah, all that I mentioned earlier, and I was around mostly for the most part, like, adults and um like my elders, things like that. So that's all part of the reason I have an old soul, I'm sure. Everything and anything you've ever been around are part of the things that, make you you, make you unique. Okay, I'm just gonna do like a whole mixture, just the same kind of, between those same colors I used earlier for the flowers. I'm just gonna do some of all of those. So unfortunately, our mosquitoes are already out. So you know what that means? Your sis can't be going outside. Um, I mentioned long time ago. Well, not, I guess not that. I mean, I've been doing this. The end of May will be my 1 year mark. So at some point, probably during the summer, I mentioned, yeah, the mosquitoes come for me no matter what. And I get like a bad reaction, like the bites. Yeah, I whelp up and it turns extremely red. So, and I don't get a couple of bites, like they tear me up. So I can't go out. Even with bug spray, they somehow like me enough through the bug spray. Can y'all not just give me 5 minutes out here? No. Mm. And I'd really sometimes like to be out there, at least when it's not hot, to enjoy it, but they won't let me. Okay. These are pretty flowers. I like these. Always look through your plates. I know I say this all the time, but it's true. You never know. Like, there's little images amongst different plates that you can use for different things that you might not think about at the time. I was thinking I even had some other random plate and it had a bunny on there and you wouldn't expect maybe to have a bunny on it, but forgot I had this other color out earlier too. So I should do some of those as well. So let me do a couple of them that color. All right, and then I'll do the rest yellow, just so we got that pop. Have any of you ever tried just like painting, like even just a picture? I dabbled in it for a bit, but I think this here is what this is my passion here. I really love this. Oh, that's pretty. I like the way they have the flowers, like how the image is. Okay, so I've decided I do want grass on the other ones that the bunnies are going to go on. So I'm just going to draw it on. You just kind of like make it a little bit like irregular, like some long, some short, some light, some dark. So I'm going to do that on two other nails and be back. Okay, now I've also added a matte top coat, and that's what I'm going to use to apply my images so that the background does stay matte. Now, if you wanted, and which I might do that, grab some of my green that's still over here. It's not, I can still use it and just touch it up to where that bottom portion is covered. Okay, also have this one ready. Hopefully I haven't waited too long. I'll roll it so I get it on both, um, all laid down. So I will do the exact same thing because this one's got some showing too. You wouldn't have to, I'm just choosing to. Let me show you this one. It's still shiny. I have not applied matte yet. It just takes that down a little bit. Of course, I can see it more in person than you can on camera, but okay, and we have a tea time story, friends, because we've got Mr. Buns here. He's got his flowers, and he knows there's some pretty little bunnies over there. So he's looking. And here's where it starts getting messy. He's already given this little bunny some flowers. But he's still got some. Then this little Miss Bunny comes along, and he's like, "Oh, but she kind of cute too." But she knows what's going on. And she said, "No, I ain't playing his games." And the lesson in that, friends, is know your worth, ladies, and you deserve all the love and respect to yourself. You don't have to be in no competition with some other girl that he be looking at. And find you a man that appreciates you. And the same goes for the men out there. They deserve the same back. I have a son and a daughter, so I tell them both all that stuff, all the same things. Get somebody that loves you and appreciates you, and it's all about you, not nobody else. So I do like it with the matte. Also, I did not add clouds. I know it would be pretty with clouds, but I don't want to feel like, because I do clouds often, I don't want it to feel like I do like a repetitious thing all the time. So I'll just leave it for today, but just know you could add some clouds or anything. You could add, I don't know, if you wanted little birds or something, or like this plate we used earlier, you could even use this section right here to place like above her or something like that, if you know, kind of where it comes off to either side. You know, there's just different options you can always do. But I like the colors. I think they all work well together. I do like the added addition just of them having some grass so it'll look like they're actually standing on the ground versus like if I didn't add that, they'd just be like kind of randomly there. So this was a lot of fun. I really liked this one. I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you watching. I'll list the Miniology products I used in the description box. And until the next one, have a blessed day, friends. Bye.